how we turn it on.
Five C. Oh boy.
No matter what. I know, I know.
I don't know why they always do this.
Ah, much better. Oops.
They did a great, you guys did a great job. And I was, well, I was gonna look here, you guys were trying to keep the kids like. You guys did a great job. No, it's all right, it was good.
Yeah.
Second thing ago. That's who was the first. I was in it for 7 years.
Good evening, everyone. We're ready to begin tonight's City of Gardena regular City Council meeting for July the 11th. Madam City Clerk, will you call the roll?
Madam Mayor, noting the presence of all council members.
Thank you. Mr. City Attorney, is there anything to report from closed session?
Yes, in connection with the wrongful death claim of James Hicks, the excess insurer had asked that the city pay over the city's $750,000 self-insured retention to allow them to complete a settlement of the matter. The council unanimously approved the request.
Okay, thank you. And tonight, if I could have Hina Ome and Hannah Morgan please come to the front. And I'd like to ask everyone if you'll please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand, face the flag, put your right hand over your heart, ready, begin. I pledge of the allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If everyone could please remain standing, tonight's invocation is going to be led by Reverend Ijai Osato, the pastor. Please come forward. Also, tonight's prayer is going to be in English and in Japanese.
I'm honored to be here. Thank you for inviting me this evening. And when I read your letter, Mayor's letter from Mayor, I realized City of Gardena and City of Ichikawa has been sister city relationship last 55 years. And I just turned 55 years old last month, so so I pray for both Gardena and Ichikawa, and God's blessing on this sister relationship too. So first I'll have prayer in Japanese, then in English. Let us pray. お祈りをします。天の地なる神様、ありがとうございます。今日こうしてガーディナーのシティカウンセルミーティングが開かれようとしています。どうぞ今日のミーティングを祝福してください。そしてガーディナーと市川が55年間にわたって姉妹都市として交流を深めてきました。どうぞこれからもこの2つの市の交流をあなたが祝福し、そしてお互いをもっとよく知り合い、いい関係を持ち続けることができるようにしてください。Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this evening and thank you for this council meeting this evening. And I ask you to bless the relationship between Gardena and Ichikawa. Last 55 years, they've been enjoying sister city relationship. So Lord, please continue to bless both Gardena and Ichikawa and help them to know each other and to help each other. And I ask you to guide and bless this evening council meeting here too. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
You may be seated. If I can have the two Pledge of Allegiance, Hina and Hannah, please come back to the front. Hina Ome is 8 years old, and next year she will be attending Dinker Elementary School and will be in the 4th grade. And Hina, can you tell us who brought you to tonight's City Council meeting? Hina, do you mind telling us who brought you to tonight's meeting? Was it your mother or father?
Miss Susie and my mother did.
Oh, Miss Susie and your mother. Well, let's give them a round of applause for bringing you out tonight. And Hina, is there anything you'd like to say? Do you have any questions or anything you'd like to say? No? Okay. Well, thank you for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance tonight. Also tonight, we had another pledger, which is Hannah Morgan. She's 9 years old, and next year she will be attending Lamita Magnet School, and she will be in the 4th grade. So can you tell us who brought you tonight?
Miss Susie and my mom brought me.
Miss Susie and your mom. Let's give them a round of applause as well. And is there anything you would like to say?
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, well, thank you. And we'd like to thank both of you guys for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance tonight, and also for being participants in the summer daycare day camp at Arthur Johnson Park, which is sponsored by the City of Gardena Recreation Division. So thank you guys again. Everyone, please, let's give them a round of applause. And if I could have the Reverend Osato please come back to the front as well. Tonight's invocation was led by the Reverend Ijai Osato Nichigo, pastor at Gardena Valley Baptist Church. Pastor Osato has served as a Nichigo Japanese pastor of Gardena Valley Baptist Church since September 2011. Prior to coming to Gardena, he spent 19 years in Thailand working as a missionary among the Korean Hill tribal people. And Reverend Osato was born in Hokkaido, Japan. He majored in Christian education at St. Paul's University in Tokyo and became a Bible teacher at Kanto Gakuen High School, a Baptist school in Yokohama. After 5 years of teaching the Bible at Kanto Gakuen, God called him to become a missionary. While working as a missionary in Thailand, he had the privilege of joining the Baptist World Alliance Youth Department, and he traveled all over the world to preach and teach at international youth conferences and seminars as the president of the Baptist World Alliance Youth Department. Although he enjoyed his ministry in Thailand and working with the youth, he felt God's call to come and work in the United States as a local Japanese pastor. To make a long story short, he is now serving as a Japanese pastor in Gardena and extends an invitation to attend the Nichigo worship at 10:45 a.m. every Sunday morning at Gardena Valley Baptist Church. Pastor, would you like to say anything?
Thank you. First of all, Nichigo means Japanese. It's a Japanese term. And I joined Gardena Valley Baptist Church September 2011. And since then, I've been enjoying taking a part of the city program, like Keep Gardena Beautiful Day is one of my favorite day. Together with my church members, I've been participating in Keep Gardena Beautiful Day last 5-6 years, and every time I enjoyed it. Also, then thank you for providing a good lunch after our work. It's so good. Also, then Gardena, City of Gardena Appreciation Day, together with our church members, we bring cookies and cards, and so thank you for giving us to express appreciation to the faithful workers of the City of Gardena. So I'm new to Gardena Valley Baptist Church. As you may know, Gardena Valley Baptist Church was started 1914 with 24 young Japanese-speaking people, and now it grew to the about 500 members in English side and 120 in Japanese Nichigo side. And it is our privilege to work together with city to bring peace and hope to the city of Gardiner. Thank you for inviting me to this evening.
Thank you. Okay, next we have a couple of presentations. The first one here is a resolution that I'll be reading here first, and it is for the 55th anniversary between Gardena and Ichikawa's sister city affiliation. And I'm just going to read a proclamation here before I introduce our guests. Whereas the cities of Ichikawa, Chiba Prefecture, Japan, and Gardena, California, USA, join hands as sister cities through the People-to-People Sister Cities International Program on the 6th day of November, 1962, and whereas the goal of the affiliation was to encourage the people of both cities to learn about each other's communities, to enjoy one another's hospitality, and to build personal relationships through contact with other cultures. Whereas since their affiliation, the people of both cities have experienced growing bonds of friendship, mutual understanding, and have expanded the ideas of the People-to-People program through continuous home hospitality and student and adult cultural exchanges. Whereas both cities not only seek to maintain their strong relationship, but wish to increase the exchange of knowledge, broaden their mutual understanding, and continue to build lasting friendships. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the cities of Ichikawa, Chiba Prefecture, Japan, and Gardena, California, United States of America, take great pride in celebrating 55 years of sister city affiliation, and furthermore, by reaffirming that affiliation, pledge to each other and continue binding the relationship of peace, harmony, friendship, understanding, and mutual respect and admiration. And in a few moments, the mayor of Ichikawa and myself will both be signing the resolution for our 55-year anniversary. But first, I'd like to just introduce our delegates who are here today. First being Mayor Okubo, if you'll please stand. Thank you. And also the chairman of their city council, Chairman Matsumi. And we are very pleased to have participated in the anniversary celebrations from the time that you guys have come. I believe it was on Saturday. And the entire city council, we've enjoyed the time that we spent together at the various events that have happened here, whether it be at City Hall or some of the dinners we've attended. They've been wonderful. I know the citizens that came along with you, I believe it's a total of 35, 41, something like that. We've enjoyed all of that, and I know some of the experiences that they've experienced here, they're going to go back and tell their friends and family, just like when I was there 5 years ago. I learned so much about the Japanese culture, and it was just so enlightening. And I had so much fun just telling everybody how great it was in Ichikawa, Japan. And a lot of people didn't know that there's actually a street in Ichikawa that's named Gardena Boulevard, just like we have a street here that's Ichikawa Street on in South Gardena here. So please, Mayor Kubu, please come to the front.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. My name is Hiroshi Okubo. I'm mayor of Ishikawa City. I'm really honored to be here in Gardena, celebrating 55th anniversary of sister city relationship between Gardena and Ichikawa. 私たちの姉妹都市締結55周年となりまして、この度は私と松井市議会議長、そして市の職員4名、この6名で公式代表団を組んで、さらにこのほかに34名の市民親善訪問団、計40名でお邪魔をしまして、大変お世話になっているところでございます。
Yes, we are celebrating the 55th anniversary, as it's been mentioned, and we are so grateful that we were able to come here. I myself, and together with Chairman Matsui from Ichikawa Council, and also City Hall staff of 4, plus 34 citizens delegates, a total of 40 people, you have been welcoming us with warm heart, open arms. We truly appreciate.
私は5年前にも この議会にお邪魔をいたしまして、そして市川市とガーデナー市のこの議会の違いというものを大変勉強させられたところでございます。
I did come 5 years ago to commemorate 50th, and I learned the differences between the council meetings between City of Ichikawa and City of Gardena.
それは議員の人数と、それから給料ですね。
The big differences I was appalled was the number of the council members and also the salary.
このガーデナー市という町が大変美しくて素敵な町でございまして、私はこの少しでもこの美しさをですね、市川市に取り入れたいと、景観的にですね、そのように、ガーデナー市に初めて来たのは10年前でありましたけれども、ずっとそのことを考えておりまして、少しずつ取り入れておりますけど、とてもガーデナー市にはかなわないところであります。
And I did come to Gardena 10 years ago as well, and at that time my mission to beautify the city of Ichikawa started, and I wanted to learn from the landscaping and the plants and the trees on streets are so beautiful. The city is beautiful, and I'm learning from your footsteps. I really appreciate that too, and it's always been in my head.
ガーデナー市は、今年の3月にターシャ・セルダー市長が誕生したわけでございます。新しいこの発想のもとにですね、ますますこの町が本当に著しくこの発展いたしますことを心から記念いたしましてご挨拶をさせていただきました。
And I would like to congratulate Mayor Tarsha Serder for becoming a mayor from March. And lastly, I would like to wish the prosper future of the city of Gardena and mutual friendship and understanding that we would like to strengthen bonds in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Before we sign the resolution, I'd also like to give the chairman of the City Council, Chairman Matsui, the opportunity if he would like to say something as well. And I'd like to make one note here. One of the differences in Japan versus here, we have a city council of 4 with 1 mayor. There, Chairman Matsui is in charge of 41 council members and 1 mayor. So a very big difference there. So Chairman, please.
Good evening. 私は市川市議会議長の松井勉です。
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tsutomu Matsui, and I chair the Ichikawa City Council.
10年前の議長の時にもガーデナー市に訪問をさせていただきました。
I did come to City of Gardena 10 years ago as a chair.
市川市は人口が48万人、市議会議員が私を含めて42名です。
City of Ichikawa has a population of 480,000 people, and the City Council has a member of 42 council members, including me.
代表いたしまして、お礼のご挨拶をさせていただきます。
On behalf of the City of Ichikawa and on behalf of the City of council members, I would like to thank you.
この度はセルダ市長さんをはじめ4名の市議会議員の皆様にも大変歓迎をしていただきまして誠にありがとうございました。
To Mayor Serder and 4 council members, you have been very welcoming us with warm hospitality and open arms. Thank you so much.
今後とも長い歴史の中で両市の交流が深まることを心から期待をしております。
And I hope our bond will be further strengthened. We would like to have a long relation, and we would like to have a legacy of our history to be continued for the future.
今年の11月にガーディナー市の訪問団が市川市にお見えになります。
We would like to welcome delegates from City of Gardena to City of Ichikawa come this November.
市議会のすべての議員が皆様をお迎えしたいと思います。
every single one of the council members will welcome you with warm hospitality.
どうもありがとうございました。
Thank you for your attention.
And now if I could have Mayor Kubu please come to the front here and we will sign the resolution. Okay, next we have a certificate of commendation that's being presented tonight to Kathy Walker. Is she present? Oh. As Kathy's coming, I'm just going to read what the certificate states on here. It says, this is an official acknowledgement and with deep appreciation for 37 years and 6 months of outstanding, dedicated, and devoted service to the City of Gardena as a Recreations Program Administrator with the Recreation, Human Services, Parks, and Facilities Department. So we, the Mayor and the members of the City Council and the City of Gardena are pleased to present you with this special recognition for your longtime service and express our sincere and best wishes for an enjoyable and rewarding retirement. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor, and to Mayor, Honorable Council, and City Manager. You know, there's an old saying, when you like something that you do, it is not work. And that represents my 37 plus years here with the City of Gardena. I have enjoyed myself. And I must say that not only did I work here, I spent the majority of my time here. I consider Gardena my home. My son was raised here. He came through the programs here, child care, sports, etc. Not only when you hired me, you also got the opportunity to share my family. And I have had them along my side the whole way. Representing my family this evening, I want to thank my sister Debbie for coming out. But also, I have been able to be here this long a period of time because of the community and the staff here in the city of Gardena. I want to thank my present and past directors and administrators for their support and allowing me to do my job. But not only that, I truly would not have been able to do what I do without my key staff. And so I thank them as well. And I also want to thank the community, because I often say that you can pick up the phone and call anyone in Gardena and rarely will you get a no. You always get a yes. The help is there, the support is there. It's been there from the council. It's been there from the city manager's office, it's been there from the staff, and it's been there from all the departments. I consider us a family. I think we are still unique in Gardena in that we have that small feel and that support from one another. This is what allowed me to be here for 37 plus years, and I thank you all for the time.
Before we take a picture, Mayor Pro Tem would like to say something.
Yeah, I'd like to bring up a point for Kathy Walker. When I first got started at Prudential Insurance, she was one of my first customers. She was a newlywed at the time, and she actually knew me with hair. So I consider that family because we go way further back before you even started working here. So congratulations again.
Thank you. And thank you all.
We have one more certificate tonight to give out. Tonight is Officer Ross here. Yes, please come forward. Tonight's certificate of commendation is being presented to Michael Ross. This is an official acknowledgement, and it's with our deep appreciation for 28 years of outstanding exemplary service to the City of Gardena as a police officer with the Police Department. So we, the Mayor and the members of the City Council of the City of Gardena, are pleased to present you with this special recognition for your longtime city service, and we express our sincere and best wishes for an enjoyable, rewarding retirement. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor. I wanted to thank the council for this type of ceremony. It really means a lot to the employees. It shows how much they're cared for. When I was 10 years old, I had a brother that was hired at the Torrance Police Department. And I recall telling my parents at that time, that's what I want to do. I knew from that moment on, this is the only job I wanted. And I feel so fortunate to have achieved that. I feel very fortunate, though, to have my career here in the City of Gardena. I have friends that work for a lot of other police departments, and they're very envious of us. As has been said here before, the family atmosphere, it's true. And a lot of other departments don't have that, whether they're bigger or smaller. A lot of that, I personally believe, is due to Chief Medrano and his staff. They really create that type of atmosphere here. I also want to thank the citizens of Gardena. I've been through a lot of different jobs within the department and spent a lot of time in the community inside the department. Been to different events throughout the city, and the support that we have is truly unique. It's very special, and I think the people that work for the police department feel that, and it makes our job easier, you know, and we appreciate that. I also want to mention my wife, Rebecca, of 22 years. If it wasn't for working in the City of Gardena, I would not have met her. She was a dispatcher for us for about 10 years. So that's the best part of this. So again, thank you very much for this honor. Yeah.
It's always nice to see one of my guys retire.
Okay, next up is item number 4C, and that is appointments. Does any member of the council have any appointments to make to any commissions, committees, boards, or council at this time? No? Okay, if not, let's move on to the consent calendar. Does any member of the council wish to discuss any items separately than what's on the consent? If not, can I get a motion to approve the consent calendar as is?
So move.
Okay, Madam City Clerk, there was a motion made by Mayor Pro Tem Medina and seconded by Councilmember Cascanian. Will you call for the roll?
Mayor Pro Tem Medina,
Yes.
Councilmember Cascanian,
Yes.
Councilmember Henderson,
Yes.
Councilmember Tanaka,
Yes.
Mayor Serta.
Yes. Okay, next up is item number 7, which is planning and environmental. There was actually, their meeting was canceled, so there's nothing to discuss there. And we move on to oral communications. So tonight we have one speaker, Mr. Perry Johnson. As he's coming forward, I just want to remind you that you do have 3 minutes. When the yellow light comes on, that's a notification that your 2 minutes are up. And when the red light comes on, please finish your statement at that time.
Honorable Mayor, members of the Gardena City Council, I am here again tonight to urge you to repeal the mixed-use overlay zone, which is Chapter 18.19. According to the Gardena land use plan, there's approximately 170 acres of land that's been rezoned to mixed use. Tonight, I'd like to discuss 3 businesses which operate on some of this land, which may be developed into mixed use. The first one is the Clearview Convalescent Center, which is located at 15823 Western Boulevard. This center has 99 beds. The next one is the Las Flores Convalescent Hospital, and it's located at 14165 Percy Avenue. They have 144 beds. The third item I'd like to discuss is the Gardena West Estates. That's located at 17700 Western Avenue. It's a manufactured home park for senior citizens only. That's 55 and above. They have 202 spaces according to the internet. When you add all these together, the amount of people who will be directly affected by their business and the people who live there, it'll be over 600. Probably the largest eviction in the city of Gardena's history. So I'm urging you to, again, to repeal the mixed use overlay zone, Chapter 18.19, and thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we're going to move on to department items. Item number 8A1, Mr. City Manager.
Mayor Serta, members of the City Council, this is an appointment to the be a representative to the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. This representative appointment is as a result of a recent retirement by former employee Yvonne Mallory, who served as our rep. Respectfully recommended that City Council approve the appointment of Ms. Stephanie Santine to a business private sector seat on the South Bay Work Investment Board. It's a 4-year term running from July 1st, 2017 to June 30th, 2021. The South Bay Work Investment Board provides guidance and oversight to employment and training programs as established by the Workforce Investment Act of 1988. Executive Director of the South Bay Work Investment Board, Jan Boble, asked for a city appointment to the board be made. As mentioned, the appointment was previously held by Yvonne Mallory. Staff is recommending Assistant Community Development Manager Stephanie Santine, represent Gardena, be appointed to serve on the board. There's no fiscal impact. What's required is approve appointment to the South Bay Work Investment Board for Stephanie Santine.
Thank you. Does any member of the council have any questions or comments? If not, then can I get a motion to approve this item?
Moved. Second.
Okay. Madam City Clerk, there was a motion made by Councilmember Tanaka and seconded by Councilmember Henderson. Will you call the roll?
Councilmember Tanaka,
Yes.
Councilmember Henderson,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Medina,
Yes.
Councilmember Cascanian,
Yes.
Mayor Serta.
Yes. Next up is item number 8A2. Mr. City Manager.
Agenda item 882 is a resolution number 6282, adopting the City of Gardenia's classification and compensation plan effective July 2nd, 2017. The resolution sets a compensation rates for all city employees. It's a required reporting and filing action. This action is required because, as you can recall, July 1st, 2017, as part of the negotiated agreements with GPOA, GMEA, and GMEO, they received an increase and offset also by their increased contribution to the PERS system. For fiscal year 17-18, the total increased cost of the general fund is $807,391. For the G-Trans or enterprise fund, it's $295,000. What is required is to adopt Resolution 6282.
Thank you. Does any member of the council have any questions or comments? No? Okay, at this time, can I get a motion to approve this item?
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk, there was a motion made by Mayor Pro Tem Medina, and it was seconded by Councilmember Kaskanian. Will you call for the roll?
Mayor Pro Tem Medina,
Yes.
Councilmember Kaskanian,
Yes.
Councilmember Henderson,
Yes.
Mayor Serta.
Yes. Next item is item number 9A1. Councilmember Tanaka, would you mind combining your report with your remarks?
Not at all.
Okay. We're going to move on next to item number 9C, which is council remarks. First up is Councilmember Henderson.
Yes, Madam Mayor, I just wanted to go back to 9B, council directives. Just wanted to follow up on something.
I'm sorry, I completely skipped over that. Before we do that, okay, I'm sorry, yes, go ahead, go to council directives. Are there any directives?
Just real quick, I just wanted to follow up on the local hire ordinance that we had discussed at last council meeting, just to see, make sure that's moving forward, and to see if we can also, in regards to our capital improvement projects, expand our pool of advertisements as we pass the ordinance for small businesses that can compete for contracts of $250,000. Maybe we expand to different periodicals like the Wave or the Sentinel, so we can start getting some of the Meeby Weeby veteran-owned businesses involved. That's all.
Mayor, if I have a quick couple comments.
Is it in regards to this item here? Because I wanted you to give an overview from your previous directives. Are there any other directives? Does anybody else have any directives at this time?
Just a question.
Okay, go ahead, Councilman.
Are you going to cover the request I had at the last meeting regarding the, okay, thank you.
Okay, if there are no other questions, Mr. City Manager, can you give us a follow-up from the previous directives?
Yes, what we're going to be doing in the future is adding a specific section on the agenda to allow me to report back on not only council directives, but staff reports that have been as a result of speakers that have come in front of you. So as a result of that, in your council package, you have a number of follow-up reports, one having to do with the film production permits that was recently raised. There's a staff report indicating there our process and our collaboration with Film LA, so that informational memo there is in there. And regarding the several discussions about a mixed-use overlay and the setback requirements, there's a staff report in there that sets forth what that exactly entails, and you know, the city council ordinance related to that. There's also a informational memo there about the closing of the 2017 lease financing there that this has been finally closed since the last meeting. There's a significant list of potential General Services Department projects that they're looking at that are either in progress or are being discussed for potential new developments there. Councilman, I think Medina brought up the construction demolition diversion program and how that works and what fiscal impact or not that applies and how that affects the city of Gardenia's diversion. There's a directive memo in there regarding that. Also, as indicated by Councilman Henderson, local small business credit program for capital improvement programs. There is a directive, excuse me, a memo in there describing what steps we are taking, and we will include your comments from today as well. And then lastly, the Veterans Recognition Directive. At the last council meeting, I submitted, in essence, a request to give me a little more time to put together a potential recommendation. I have submitted a recommendation for your consideration. No action is required at this time. What I am asking of the City Council is to look at the recommendation and to provide feedback. I will incorporate the feedback into a formal action item to be brought forth with the City Council at one of the future council meetings. So the item that is in there is, is a draft form.
Yes, go ahead.
With regards to the list of names of the veterans here in Gardena, I'll turn that list in along with rank and when they served and if they served in battle or not, and their phone number and email. So this way we can, as your recommendation states, every city council person will have a choice to pick someone that they would want to pick. I personally wanted to ask for the first person to be Joan Mitchell, who served as a nurse in Vietnam at the same time that I was there, if that's okay.
That would be up to the council to direct me who to present. So yes, and then also any council members who have feedback relative to personnel they'd want to add to the list, the city will be establishing a list, verifying it, and having it there for your review to make your selections.
Okay, thank you. So at this time, we're going to go on to council remarks, and Councilmember Henderson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Since our last council meeting, this past Saturday, we did have our In the Parks with Councilman Mark. I want to thank all the community members that did come out and participate in person, as well as those that participated online via Facebook and other social media content. I've taken all your feedback and actually presented that to city staff, so we will work on that. The next interface with the one-on-one with the councilman will be in August. Also, I participated in a dinner with the Ichikawa delegation that we recognized today from our sister city. We had dinner at Eat Italian. It was actually a great time, a lot of jokes, a lot of fun, and actually exchanging ideas in regards to how council meetings are run and everything, and a lot of good times about my experience in Japan and everything. So we really laughed hard about learning the culture. And earlier this evening, there was a reception also, it's still going on, for the Ichikawa delegation here at the Almarez home here in Gardena. Looking forward to going back there after the council meeting tonight. Hopefully I can get there if I don't have any honeydews tonight. Madam Mayor, so ends my report.
Thank you. Next is Councilmember Kaskanian.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Since our last meeting, I too attended Ichikawa delegation's dinner last night. Met all our sister cities member, Mayor Okubo and Council Chair Matsui. Nice people, as my colleague mentioned. We joked around and we did learn few Japanese words, and they are the nice words, arigato zaimashita. So I did attend on June 28, Captain Thomas Kang's the promotion, I would say, or promoted to Chief Deputy position, and I would like to congratulate Deputy Chief Kang, and we look forward. We work with you more now, right? So, and I did attend tonight to the dinner at Almarez, and as my colleague Councilman Henderson mentioned, if we have the time, we're going to go back over there and continue the celebration and say goodbye to our sister city delegates, Ichikawa, and that will end my report, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Next is Councilmember Tanaka.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. In regards to my California cities report, can I carry that over to the next meeting?
Yes, that's fine.
I took my notes out to do Ichikawa. It's in my car, so I apologize. But Monterey was pretty nice. It was a great couple of days, very busy. But I was able through the 4th of July weekend to celebrate the 4th with my family, which was nice. We actually went to Palm Springs and kind of got away for a little bit. I've been with Ichikawa probably most of the week, picking them up at the airport on Saturday, spending dinner with them that evening. We on Monday, we spent a really great day on Monday. 186th Street School put on a great program. Our own Susie at Johnson Park and her kids, what a great job. I know the delegation was totally impressed with those kids in that program. And then the tour of the city, coming to meet everybody. And then last night's anniversary dinner was a very well-attended event. Tonight we did go to the Alvarez house for a quick dinner because we had council tonight, and we were lucky enough to have them here to see how we do our council meetings. And tomorrow they'll be leaving. They'll be heading home back to Japan. So it's been a really quick trip, but a very packed trip. So we've been pretty busy. And with that, Madam Mayor, that would end my report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So regards to my report here, since the last council meeting, I had the opportunity to attend the swearing in for the LA mayor, Mayor Garcetti, yes, and some of the other city council members in LA, and that was very nice. I also attended the 4th of July celebration at Raleigh Park, and you know, it was really great. It was a good turnout of people there, and they had food trucks, and everybody enjoyed the fireworks show a lot. So I was very pleased to see that. On the other hand, we still had to deal with a lot of the illegal fireworks that were going on throughout the city, and I really hope that this will be the last year that we have to experience a 4th of July that is, you know, the illegal fireworks just so out of control. You know, as I've mentioned before, you know, I constantly get stopped by a lot of our seniors who are terrified to death because of the illegal fireworks, because they're so loud and you don't know what direction they're going to come from. You know, I worry about our veterans who are experiencing, you know, PTSD, you know, with the 4th of July being so loud, as well as, you know, young children, those who may be autistic or have other mental challenges, how the sound of these, you know, loud fireworks are affecting them. And, you know, we often talk about the animals, you know, our pets, and I often hear people saying that they have to tranquilize their animals. And this year, one of my neighbors had told me on the 4th of July that when one of these large bomb type of fireworks went off, that the dog next door jumped through the window when he heard this and was all cut up. So when you hear these sort of stories like this, it just, you know, really brings to heart to say that we definitely have to do something. So, you know, I'm definitely open to hearing more suggestions that anybody has, you know, as far as how we're going to deal with this. I know our police department is working very hard with this, but I just hope that, you know, next year we can get the message out even more that we will not tolerate illegal fireworks. So if you have questions or I'm sorry, comments or any type of suggestions, please feel free to contact us at City Hall because, you know, some of our neighboring cities, you know, when I drive through them and see no fireworks at all, you know, I often think, you know, that should be us here in Gardena. Our residents shouldn't have to leave the city on the 4th of July or, you know, a couple of days before and afterwards as a result of some of the illegal fireworks. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And also, since the last council meeting, I attended the Gardena Holly Park homeowners meeting where our acting city manager was a guest speaker, and I just want to commend you on doing a great job there and updating the community on some of the things that are going on within the city of Gardena. And on last Friday, I attended UEI College here that's located right outside of the city of Gardena. I was asked to be their guest speaker for their graduation, so I was very honored to do that. And also, as was mentioned earlier too, while our delegates have been here from Ichikawa, Japan, we were invited, myself and a couple of the members from Sister City, to have dinner at what they call a consulate general, but which is actually the Japanese ambassador at his home. And we had the opportunity to meet the Japanese Foreign Minister of Affairs as well. So it was very nice to be able to have dinner, and as they were learning more about Gardena and some of our political layout as it pertains to the United States versus the way their government works there. So I was very honored to have dinner with them on last Sunday. And also yesterday, too, we did participate in various events throughout the city with the Ichikawa delegation coming here to the city of Gardena as they had their courtesy call, and we exchanged gifts between the two cities. We also entertained I believe it was, I don't know if I said 31, 40 of their citizens who came here as well. We gave them a wonderful tour of the city of Gardena here. Throughout the city, we also gave them a tour of City Hall as well. They were very impressed with everything. So between that, and we also planted a tree at our sister city Parquette, which is right down the street here. And they again were just so pleased with all that we did here, just to welcome them and make them feel good. And then we had our farewell dinner last night at the Nakaoka Center. So everyone had a great time. At the end of the night, I believe a couple of our council members were dancing with them, and so it was a really good evening. And before I end my report, I'd just like to mention that one of our, I guess, I don't know if he's our city official photographer or unofficial photographer, George Castro, turned 90 just recently. So I'd just like to send out and wish him a happy birthday, because I know he's been our photographer here for the city of Gardena for many, many years. So turning 90, that's a big deal. So congratulations and a happy belated birthday to him as well. And that ends my report. Sure, go ahead, Councilman.
When you mentioned the tree planting and the welcome from the city, City Manager, you should be proud of your employees. They did a fabulous job for this reception for the Ichikawa people. The welcome that they got here at City Hall, it was tremendous. They had drill team, drum line, and they had the whole thing. And they had a lot of people out here. But even the public works guys were out there, spit and polish, doing the park, showing how they're very impressed with our city and how our employees work very hard here. So be proud. Thank you.
Thank you for mentioning that. You're right, I failed to mention that, but our Parks and Recreation Department, all of our departments here throughout the city, Nancy Ward, our city clerk's office, the city manager, the whole coordination, the police department as well, you guys did an amazing job. In fact, last night at dinner, one of the translators mentioned that even the citizens, they said they've never felt that, how did he say it, that welcomed before in previous visits. And this was very, I think the word he used was very overwhelming to them. So the citizens who came along felt like dignitaries as well. So I was very elated to hear that. So I was happy that they were happy with their visit here. So that ends my report. And Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Before I give my report, I want to say hi to my granddaughter, Angelina, who's watching TV. We were watching her all this week. So I promised I was going to say hi to her, and I'll kind of pivot from that, because since our last meeting, I went to Dodger Stadium, and they had Girl Scouts Day, and that's my granddaughter, who's a Girl Scout. Never realized how hot the bottom of Dodger Stadium is until you're there at 10 o'clock in the morning. 97 degrees. It was a lot of fun. We walked all over the bottom of the Dodger Stadium and got a celebration, and congratulations to all the Girl Scouts. Also, with regards to the 4th of July, I belong to a combat veterans group that meets every Monday, and the big topic of conversation was the 4th of July. There are some that, aside from PTSD, have some other issues with loud noises, and there's some of us, like myself, who I don't, the loud noises don't bother me close by. It's the stuff from far away that kind of gives you that whatever feeling you want to call it. But for those who have been in Vietnam, they know the feeling when they start walking things in. It gets really far away, and it gets closer and closer and closer, and those kind of things just you just can't forget them. And I'm realizing that if the city of Gardena didn't have fireworks, there's still the surrounding cities. You just can't blame the one city for the fireworks that happen all over LA. And ABC TV had a big special on Mount Wilson, and they were counting how many fireworks that you see up in the air. Within 1 minute, there was 74 fireworks that were filmed going up in the air. So it's not just Gardena, it's the whole LA County. And we need to do something to, I just don't know what we can do. The more money is being spent on illegal fireworks than more money is spent on legal fireworks. And we only have so many people that can control that. And they talk about the triangular tracking of fireworks. By the time you find them, they're gone. And all you see is stuff all over the floor. But it takes a village to get things done. So if everyone cooperates and work together with the police department, well, I'm sure we can improve the situation. But I doubt very much if we'll stop it. I'm hoping we do, because people like me that still have the heebie-jeebies during the 4th of July, I go to sleep with earplugs and a good shot of Crown Royal. But it helps. It comes in handy. And on the brighter side, I want to congratulate Kelly Fujio for coordinating all the good stuff that happened all last week and this week. I don't know if she sleeps, but I'm sure she does, and she has a great staff under her. And Chief, you did a great job of coordinating all the events with the Chikawa. We had our greeting dinner, then we had our regular dinner. Some of the people had never been to Italian Cafe on 155th and Broadway, and they just said they make their own pasta. They didn't know that they figured you bought it from somewhere, but they make them there. I also had the opportunity to go to the Southern California Association of Governments, which consists of 98 cities, and there's a big issue going on with Metro transportation that they have the Measure R, and the South Bay won't see any money until 2044. But we're working together with the South Bay COG as well as other local council of governments that will want to get some money into the South Bay. Granted, we voted it to pass, but at the South Bay got the short end of the stick, and we're working on getting some grants brought into our bus companies, and also to some of our transportation that we're going to be working on our roads, specifically the 110, the 105, the 91, and the 405. So it'll slowly come together. And I was very privileged to be at the 90th birthday of George Castro at the Green Onion in San Pedro. And you should have seen the girls there. The dancers, the Zumba Live, and then they changed it to Zumba Love. And then it was just plain Zumba. And George, for being 90 years old, he hung in there with all 3 girls. And he had a great time, still showing pictures for those of you on Facebook. And I also had the privilege of going to the Inca Lions installation at the Pollo Inca. And congratulations to Victor Escobar. Now he's got 2 Lions clubs attending at his restaurant, the Gardena Valley Lions and also the Inca Lions. And very, very proud of the fact that you're getting more Lions clubs here in the South Bay. And so the Lions claim to be the oldest service club in the world. And their whole goal is to eliminate blindness around the world. And just like Rotary, their premise is to eliminate polio around the world. There's only one country left with polio, and that's India. And I'd like to wish everyone a happy week. I'd like to make an announcement that our band, the Retro Boomers, will be playing on the Ice Cream Social on July 22nd, which is a Saturday from 5 to 7. And come on by. It's all the ice cream you can eat and all the music you can handle. And we're going to see if we can get Public Works to come in and join us, because I had the privilege of playing with Public Works on the 24th of June. So that is my report. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, I do have one more directive before I go to our remembrances here. I'd like to get a follow-up report on the fireworks stand. I'd like to know what the profit was like for each one of the stands there. And we'll go on to our remembrances at this time. Since so tonight we're going to be adjourning in memory of Mrs. Maria Aparo Osorio. She is the beloved grandmother of Chief Fiscal Officer Clint Osorio with the City of Gardena Administrative Services Division. We're also going to be adjourning in memory of Mr. Fred Douglas Howard. He is the beloved brother of custodian Morris Howard of the City of Gardena Recreation and Human Services Parks and Facilities Department. So tonight's Gardena City Council meeting will adjourn to our next regular City Council meeting at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, July 25th, 2017. We are adjourned.
Ms. Worthy, can I see you, please?